Good afternoon, Norman.
Good afternoon, Keith. Welcome to Dalbeattie.
Cheers, mate. It's a pleasure to be here. How long have you been in the sport?
Well, I started when my brother went to the army when the war started, and they asked us to look after the pigeons till he came back. And of course, I caught the bug, and that was it. And I've had them ever since.
Fancy ever since. Yeah, you're now in partnership with your son.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been in partnership with William?
Oh, about 21 years.
Yeah, long time. Do you get on with him alright, or do you fall out?
Very, very seldom.
You're the governor.
I'm the boss.
It's a nice pigeon, Willie. What's this one?
This is our View Star. This pigeon won Rennes for us in 1995, first South Section, first Open. It's a Van He pigeon. It was bred for us by our club mate, near neighbour David Evely, from birds that he obtained from George Brownlee in Carluke. And David got these pigeons when he started up, and I was doing work at his shed, and that was the payment, 2 youngsters. That was in 1993. And she's turned out to be a good one, and she was 2-year-old when she was at Rennes. It was her first time across, and she won the car, the Mozzarella car, Nom, and ever since that we've put her to stock.
Yeah. What system was she raced on when she won the national?
She was a widowhood hen. It was 1992, sorry, was the first year we started racing the hens, exactly the same as the cocks in the widowhood. Their mates were taken away during the week, and they saw their mates on the Friday night before they went to the race. She raced all season like that. Well, she raced as a yearling like that, and as a 2-year-old. And she scored about 200 miles. She started scoring, and she went to Cheltenham 3 weeks prior to the Rennes, and she had a bad race for that race, and but she come into condition after that, and she saw her mate on Tuesday of the marking. She saw her mate for about 2 hours before she was basketed for Rennes.
How far is Rennes in, Willie?
Rennes is 480 mile.
Yeah, it's a quality racing.
It'll be. Oh, it's the main race in Scotland, Rennes.
Good afternoon, Willie.
Good afternoon, Keith.
What's one or two of your best performances?
Well, our best performance to date is definitely winning Rennes in 1995, but in 1992 we were Scotland's Fanciers of the Year, and we won the Robert Telfer Award Trophy for the best average for all the Scottish National Flying Club races that year.
Brilliant.
And in 1995, as I say, we won Rennes, and we won the average trophies for the Old Bird races that year in the Scottish National races. That's our main aim, the national races,
Yeah,
distance races.
Fantastic. You like distance?
Aye, that's definitely what we set our stall out for, is the national races, the distance races.
Yeah, do you ever race the short distance at all?
Well, we do races, but it's short distance, but it's just the way of training the pigeons.
Yeah.
I don't like to give them many training tosses in this area, and it's as few as we can get away with, really, because of the problems with the hawks.
Yeah.
If we toss them locally, there's a chance that they'll get hawked. Even if they're flying around the shed, they get hawked.
Yeah.
But that was one of the reasons for starting. We fly the widowhood system, both hens and cocks, and that was the reason for doing that, so we don't need to. It cuts down the tossing. Once the racing started, we never tossed them.
Yeah.
So it was John Hodgson for Annan that we fly a lot of his pigeons,
Yeah.
the Starview Busharts, and it was him that encouraged us to fly the widowhood system.
Yeah.
And
Do you have a lot of hawk trouble then? How many did you lose? A lot?
well, Old Birds is not too bad. This year we have had a lot injured with the hawks, 2 killed so far. It seems to ease off slightly from now, end of April onwards, I think, when the hawks, a bit more for them to choose for regarding wee birds, and there's the hen Pigeon that lives locally. I think she's on eggs then, and she doesn't bother us so much. But once the youngsters start
Yeah, they got to feed
flying, they attack our youngsters. I think they'll be easier caught as old birds, so they play havoc with the youngsters.
Yeah.
So it is a fair problem. And if we toss locally, 10 miles south for here is the Solway coast, and there's hawks, peregrine, falcons, sparrowhawks right along the coast.
Yeah.
It's what we call kind of bandit country for tossing pigeons like.
Yeah, so you race widowhood with hens and cocks?
We started off, John encouraged us to fly the widowhood, same systems he uses with the Busharts, and that shed up there, we started racing the widowhood to there in 1991 was our first year, and that was just yearlings, and they flew quite well, and 1992 they flew exceptionally well for there, and that was the year we were fanciers of the year. We had a McCulloch that year. He was 4th South Section, 12th Open Rennes, and a checker cock scored for the first Sertilly. He scored for Rennes, and then he was 10th Open in the last Sertilly.
Yeah, brilliant. How many birds you race on the widowhood then?
Well, this year I've 20, but I've 27 nest boxes, so I could have 27.
Was that 20 hens and 20 cocks?
No, I've 27. I could have 27 cocks. I've 27 boxes in the widowhood cock shed. There's only 20 this year, and I've 20 hens, 20 boxes, and I've 20 widowhood hens this year. They're obviously in a separate shed.
What do you feed them on? Do you break down?
We break down when they come home, and up till the Tuesday night. Tuesday morning they're still fed the breakdown mix or depurative.
Yeah.
Tuesday night I add a bit of a mix. It's actually Schumacher breeding mix we race the birds on, and for then on it's built up to towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
The longer races we add a lot more maize for the distance.
So you beef it up a bit?
Aye,
Yeah.
aye.
Do you actually show the cocks to the hens on Friday night or marking night?
So for that, maybe the first 3 races we'll show the cocks, the hens, the cocks, just to get them, basically for the year, benefit of the yearlings, to let them know what's expected, get them the idea that the hen will be there when they come back every time. But some of the longer races, maybe middle distance races, we don't show the hen.
No.
Sometimes we just turn the nest bowl, sometimes we do neither.
Yeah.
We just lift if we're short of time. Sometimes I work shifts. If my father's not a lot of time, we've just lifted them right out the shed more or less, and they've won there on that, using that system and all, like. So I think it's using 2 or 3 different things
Doesn't
do
matter.
any harm, like.
The partners have got a fantastic setup here. This is the widowhood loft. It's 20 foot long and it has 3 sections, and then the main big loft houses young birds and stock pigeons. This is the scene inside the widowhood loft. I'm most impressed with the nice blue nest boxes. I think this is very restful for the pigeons. I must say, they do look well. The cocks are not on widowhood yet, they're still breeding. It's a nice cock. Willie, what's this one?
This is a Bushart cock. This is down off of John's Starview Busharts. This cock in 1995 was 3rd South Section, 7th Open Rennes. He was flying widowhood. I fancy him for this year. I never sent him to the channel last year. I didn't think he was in good enough condition, but he's looking well this year, so
He's
I've
hopeful,
hopes
yeah.
for Rennes for this year. I don't like to tempt fate, but I hope to get him this year. If I get him right, I think I'll.
How many babies should be each season in Norman?
Oh, roughly about 80.
Yeah. How far do you send them?
Well, if we've plenty left, maybe send 10 or a dozen to the Young Bird National.
Yeah, how far is that?
About 220 mile.
How far do you train them?
Well, Carlisle, Penrith. I think that's far enough.
Yeah, how far is that?
About roughly 50 mile.
How many times a week would they go there?
Oh, maybe twice.
Yeah. Do you pair young birds up for
No.
racing?
No.
Yeah. Are you interested in young bird racing?
Oh, I like it right enough. I
Yeah.
like any kind of racing. Aye.
But you prefer longer ones?
I like the channel.
And have a nice pigeon, Willie.
This is a blue cock, a Bouchard cock. He's actually a grandson of John Hodgson's Starview Pegasus. He's won the club and has been 11th South Section Sertilly and has been 4th South Section 30th Open Sertilly as well. He was second in the West Section, that's all we fed from Sertilly, and he's flies in the Widowhood system, and is the best cocks we've got, I think.
He's a quality pigeon. It looks a nice pigeon, Willie.
He's a nice handling pigeon. He's one of the
What families of pigeons do you keep then, Willie?
The main families we have are Bouchards. They're John Hodgson's Starview Bouchards. We have some Bouchards for human knolls and a couple for Jeff Fry. And the other strain is the Van Hees. They're mostly for our clubmate David Evely. It's him that bred our national winner, and George Brownlee. David Evely introduced pigeons for George Brownlee, and since winning the national we became friendly with George Brownlee, and we've got Van Hees for George as well. That's the main two strains that we have. And this year we have some for Ireland for N. Black and Sons. We became friendly with David Black. They won the King's Cup and for Rennes in Ireland last year, and this year we'll exchange. Last year we exchanged a couple each, and this year we'll exchange some more.
Yeah.
I think they're a great family of pigeons and great fanciers.
Yeah.
They've won the Hartness Rose Bowl in Ireland for the Rennes National, the best 3-bird average 3 times in the last 4 years, and as I say, they won Rennes this year with Dramiller Hill.
That's some flying pigeons.
They're
mate.
great flyers, I think. We were over there and I was really impressed.
How many stock birds do you keep?
We keep about 15 pair of stock birds. They're paired up about 14th of February. More or less I pair them up, all the birds roughly about the same time. It's a bit of a nightmare to start with, but getting them out of their nest boxes and everything, but once they're settled down it's not too bad.
This is a scene inside the stock lofts.